Alright, so today I want to talk to you about marketing, but marketing from a startup perspective. And there's a big difference between the way marketing can be taken up for a startup versus that which can be done for a bigger company. And we'll discuss that as well. So in this blog, I want to talk to you about what marketing really is. And the way I define it is that it's communication that brings people into your world, into the world of your company. And this can happen in two different ways. One is that they buy something from your company, so they become customers. And the second is that they just consume some free content, or they subscribe to your newsletter, or they download your free app, etc. Now, bigger companies can have various objectives of doing this. As for example, you could probably think of things like brand building, increasing brand recall, associating certain sensations with their brand, such as thumbs up investing in associating the idea of excitement with their brand, etc. And bigger companies have the leverage to actually be able to do these kind of activities. But for startups, most of the time there are going to be resource constraints, and so you have to be much more focused in what you do in your marketing. And so I'm going to give you two things, and these are the only two things that I believe you should be talking about in all of your marketing. The first is the pain point of your potential customers, which your company tries to solve through its products or services. And it's very important that you understand it's about them. You're talking about their pain points. A lot of times what startups tend to make a mistake is that they start talking too much about themselves or about what they do and about their achievements, etc. But they tend to forget a fundamental concept in marketing, which is that nobody cares about you. People care about themselves. So even when they talk about your brand, it's really because it solved one of their problems, or it is something that they find interesting, etc. So people share things, people talk about brands because because the brand solved a problem for them, and not because of something intrinsically great about the brand. And the second function in marketing is to communicate how they can relieve of this pain point. And this can be done in two different ways. One is by offering some free solutions to your customers, and the second is by having a paid solution. And this is again where a lot of startups tend to get it wrong, which is that they allocate too little in this free part and allocate too much in the paid part. But if you consider any successful startup, you will typically find that they give a lot of free content for their prospects, which relieves these prospects of pain points by either educating them about something or by giving them some offers, etc. As for example, think about any mobile app, a gaming app, for example. What problem does a gaming app solve? It just solves a very simple problem, which is that people have free time or they get bored, and the only thing that they usually have accessible almost all the time is their mobile phone. And so having games which catch their interest and just kill their time when they're bored is a very, very good solution to that kind of problem. And if you look at most of the games, you find that their content is mostly free, and they have some features which are sold on the app, which are in-app purchases. So most content is actually free. You can in a way look at it as 90% of the features of that app are free and only 10% are paid. And so talking in just money terms, 90% of the game's features are just marketing for the 10% of the game's features. And so a lot of the stuff is actually free, and the best stuff is actually free. Now this is very counterintuitive. Most people would sense that they would give away 10% of their good stuff for free and ask for a price for the other 90%, but in a lot of cases 10% is going to be too little. Obviously this depends on industry to industry, but in most cases people give away too little for free and too much of the paid content, and there is no way that you can build trust and relationship unless you give them solutions for free first and then ask for a price premium on something higher. And if there's no trust and relationships, you cannot make sales. And so that is like the foundation of a good marketer, which is that you have to learn how to build trust and relationship with your audience. So if you're watching this anywhere besides the Growth Foundation blog, head on over there. That's where you will find a lot of other action as well. Go subscribe to our newsletter, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, give this a thumbs up button if you liked it, or even a thumbs down button, but just give some reaction, throw in your comments about what you think, and I'll see you in the next Sunday.